Hi are ya? I'm Chris Ward, occasional Nudge magazine writer and pinball degenerate, and welcome to the first episode of whatever this is. I thought I'd kick it off by ranking 19 rock and roll pinball machines from worst to best. So sit back, relax, and get Welcome to the show. Hey, why rank 19 rock and roll pinball machines? I'll tell you why. This month, Barrels of Fun Pinball announced Bon Jovi touring pinball. And I know what you're thinking. Finally. Fucking finally. Anyway, it's here. I'm not here to give Bon Jovi a bad name. I'm glad any pinball exists ever, and I'll give it a chance. I'm sure it flips great if it's a Barrels of Fun game. They've made Labyrinth, which is amazing, very brown game. They made Dune, which is amazing, very brown game. And I'm very excited to play Bon Jovi, mullets and all. I don't think we have enough mullets in pinball. A mullet under glass. And it raises some questions. Is this the end of the boomer, white, classic rock theme integration, which has, been going strong for decades now? It raises questions like, who wanted this? It raises questions like, did Richie Sambora's kids even want this? I actually love Bon Jovi's... Can't say that with a straight face. I like a lot of Bon Jovi music. I like You Give Love a Bad Name. I like Shot Through the Heart. I like the other one. Anyway, so that's my history with Bon Jovi, and I can't wait to play the game. I'm sure it flips. And again, I'm not buying this game, so I have no skin in the game. I'm here in a basement. With no pinball machines. I can't afford a pinball machine, or maybe I wouldn't be doing this. Maybe I'd be playing pinball.
You want to play pinball?
You want to play pinball?
So for my first video ever, I thought we would do something really basic for YouTube, which is just rank them all, the pinball machines that are rock IP themed, okay? So today, we come to this place to rank pinball. Let's go. Setting some ground rules here, things we're not going to rank. If a band has more than one machine, we're thinking about Kiss. We're only going to do one of those machines. If it's kind of a fringe game or a reskin, the way Primus is a reskin of Whoa, Nelly's Melons, or whatever that game is, we're not going to include that. We're not going to include games like Roy Clark's The Entertainer or Dolly Parton, because I consider those country music. We're not going to include Ted Nugent because fuck Ted Nugent. We're also not including music-adjacent games, so just because there's a guitar on the back glass doesn't mean we're going to do it, like games like Heavy Metal, or games like This Is Spinal Tap, which doesn't exist. We're also not including anything that requires a 7-paragraph post on Pinside that says, well, actually, technically, let's stick to the IP, all right? Get it together. Get your shit together. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Someone has to come in last, and unfortunately the winner doesn't take it all. The loser takes it all. In this case, it is ABBA from 2024. We recently got an ABBA machine at my local pinball spot, Murphy's on 21 on Tesson Ferry in St. Louis, Missouri. And I remain unimpressed. And it's not because I don't like ABBA. I love ABBA. It warms my queer heart to have a pop rock machine and not a rock and roll machine in the bar. Give me a Man After Midnight, yeah. Dancing Queen. Dancing Queen all day. Take a Chance on Me, that is a banger pinball song. Waterloo, Fernando. ABBA as a band is incredible. Unfortunately, this machine just doesn't live up to what it could be. ABBA is one of the most commercially successful global pop phenomenons in music that has ever happened. And they deserve a pinball machine that's equal and not a helicopter mech. So that's all I have to say about ABBA. Let's keep moving.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Coming in next is another Pinball Brothers game. I think I should just put them together. It's Queen. I don't think I have to tell you that Queen is one of the best bands of all time, and this machine just does not live up to the potential that is Queen. The shots are really tight. They're not fulfilling. It's not satisfying. The upper playfield with the guitar is awkward and weird. Guitars aren't shaped like that. I don't know. It's got a round bottom, fat bottom, some would say. Some would say fat bottom girls make the rockin' world go round. But when it comes to pinball, it ain't happening here, folks.
You should get a pinball machine that works.
So yeah, another one bites the dust. That's all I have to say about Queen. Hoping for better stuff from Pinball Brothers in the future. But I don't want to talk too much shit on the Pinball Brothers. I don't know the Pinball Brothers. Are they twins? Are they like Mario and Luigi? Who are these Pinball Brothers? I don't want to talk too much trash on Pinball Brothers because everybody's got to start somewhere. I'm in a basement. Spooky Pinball. I remember Spooky Pinball's first game, America's Most Haunted. I took one look at it and I said, why? I wish Pinball Brothers had started with some lower tier bands that kind of matched where they are in their pinball journey and not taken on two of the most like successful and loved bands of all time. You know, maybe like 38 Special, Night Ranger, REO Speedwagon, Bad Company, Kansas, and many more. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, folks. Folks! All right, folks! Can I review these? Can I review these as David Lynch? I don't think the Pinball Brothers should do ABBA. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche. Agent Cooper. Do the fan. Every pinball game is one ball away from being the worst piece of shit of all time or my favorite game of all time. That's what I've noticed. Okay, for the next game, they say if you come at the king, you best not miss. Unfortunately, kind of a miss here from one of the kings, Steve Ritchie, designing the king of rock and roll, Elvis, from 2004. Unfortunately, did not take care of business. Thank you very much. The thing about Elvis, my main takeaway from Elvis is that be friends with your ex-wife when you die. Because if you're not, she will license your ass all over the place. She will license your face on all kinds of weird stuff, okay? I owned an animatronic Elvis head once that used to talk and tell me stories from his life.
Don't criticize what you don't understand, son. You never walked in that man's shoe.
That Elvis head, I think, got left at my old apartment in the basement, and I think it's still there.
Sir? Can I help you?
Anyway, Elvis by Stern. This is from the era of Stern that gives me the ick, quite frankly. There's a lot of good games from this era. You know, The Sopranos, arguably Wheel of Fortune, Monopoly, maybe not so much. NASCAR, which I actually love. I think very underrated game. Elvis gives me the ick. Not the real Elvis, the game. Elvis gives me the ick. When you license one of the biggest music stars of all time, you don't want the music in your game to sound like it's a Super Nintendo game. Unfortunately, this game came out at a time when things weren't that advanced yet. The art has that sort of photograph style that Stern was still doing at the time. I think this is a prime candidate for a redo, honestly. I think it would be incredible to see a Jersey Jack Elvis Presley game for his whole career. I mean, just based on what they did with Elton John. What else can I say about Elvis that hasn't been said? I love Elvis. I loved the movie. I cried. I cried at the Elvis documentary. That's what we're talking about here. I cry when I play Elvis Pinball because I would rather be playing another pinball game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Coming up next, the only Data East machine on this list, and another disappointing game, unfortunately. This is The Who's Tommy from 1994. The Who? This is a game that should be a cornerstone game for pinball for no other reason that people who are normies, who don't play pinball, Tommy's the first thing they bring up. And you know this from working at an office and being the pinball guy at your office or the pinball gal at your office. When someone learns you play pinball at your workplace, they go, what are you, some kind of pinball wizard? Huh. This guy, what is he, some kind of pinball wizard? Every time you see a news story about pinball, it always leads with, and one pinball wizard, and one area pinball wizard, and this local pinball wizard.
A day for pinball wizards to shine.
Pinball is back with a new generation, including a young pinball wizard.
Well, they once dominated arcades and milk bars everywhere.
Well, there is a league for pinball machine players. Who knew, right?
Pinball tournament for the International Flipper Pinball Association.
I got it. I'm not good enough at this yet. Yes, there is a pinball machine league, and it's right here in our city.
It gets just aggravating. This should have been a great machine. Unfortunately, there's the data east of it all. There's the video mode. The layout itself, not horrible. I think most people remember the really cool feature of this game, which is that it covers the flippers so that you can't see what you're doing, a la Tommy. Anyway, it's one of the best Data East games that they made, which is like saying it's one of the best opening bands I've ever seen.
I got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, next on the list, one of many John Borg games. This one being maybe not one of his most popular games. This is The Rolling Stones! Who doesn't love The Rolling Stones? Many people, actually. The Rolling Stones pinball game, famous for having that little movable Mick Jagger in the front that blocks every one of your shots that you do. And he just kind of back and forth, and it's really irritating. And I think most people remember this game for that reason. Our on-location Rolling Stones machine, famously, they removed Mick Jagger and will put other things on the playfield, like a little Shrek or a little Burgess Meredith or whoever they've got lying around. I guess you could get a little Alf going back and forth. You could get a little alien guy going back and forth. Anything would be better than that Mick Jagger. This game hasn't aged that well. Again, it's from that time when Stern was making kind of games that give me the ick. It is a game that commits one of my cardinal pinball sins, which is do not make me spell something over 5 letters. I'll spell mummy for a multi-ball. I don't need to spell world tour. I don't need to spell bumblebee. I'm sorry, I have to spell Beatlemania? Fuck right off. Excuse me, you need me to spell Springfield? I'll go play another game, thanks. Spell fellowship? Fuck. I hate spelling things over 5 letters in pinball. It's just a personal thing for me. Some shots are pretty cool. I like the shot up the ramp into the tongue, into the mouth. Reminds me of those old Twizzlers commercials. I like that quite a bit. Famously has that Rolling Stones fake English voice that's on a lot of those Stern games. It's just really, really corny.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rolling Stones.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
That's all I have to say about the Rolling Stones.
That's all I have to say about that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Moving on, another John Borg game, and a game most likely in league to make you say, God damn it. It's Aerosmith 2017. Aerosmith. Simple game, and yet I don't know what's going on with the modes to this day. It is 6 balls or go home on the multi-ball. I know that much. I know it's 6 balls or go home, and I know that the toy box doesn't always work, and it's really irritating. I know that lock shot doesn't always work, and that's really irritating. That Jester toy, not my favorite toy in any game. I don't like that Jester toy. It looks a little too like Rat Fink for what Aerosmith is as a band. It looks a little like that electric chair toy in the Metallica game. I just don't love it. As with most of these rock games, they are attached to real people and real personalities, and a lot of this hasn't aged well. Steven Tyler's offstage antics have not aged well. Steven Tyler's face has not aged well. You know, dude looks like a lady, has not aged well. One of those games that's really hard to read what the fuck the score is. They use that lava lamp 70s font. Has Stern ever had a font that I've liked? They did that meme font for a while with the heavy black outline. You know, I think making their screen bigger was kind of the solve for that, because there are games I can't see what the fuck is going on that screen, especially with these old eyes. My old special eyes, I can't see anymore.
While you were on the pinball machine, did you at any time cry, help?
So anyway, the best place for Aerosmith probably in my rearview mirror.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Coming up next, another early spooky entry. Rob Zombie Spook Show International from 2016. You know, I interviewed Rob Zombie once, and it was a phone interview, and his PR person got on the phone and said, "Chris, your go for Mr. Zombie." And I started laughing because I thought it was really funny to call him Mr. Zombie. So when he got on the phone, I said, "Hello, Mr. Zombie," and it was silent on the other end. He did not find that amusing. Hello, Mr. Robert Zombie. How are you? So that was an awkward interview. Rob Zombie Spook Show International, kind of a sleeper hit. I remember it being really fun. We had one at the Silver Ballroom in St. Louis. It blended horror and comedy in a way that had not really been done at that time. We loved all the gore. And who doesn't love a game with Sid Haig, Captain Howdy, and a bucket of chicken? I don't remember. I need to look online and see. It's been a while since I played this game, so see what this... There's like a German review of this game.
Ein Flipper von Spooky Pinball, und zwar Rob Zombies Spook Show International. Und ja, der Flipper ist genau
Und Active Flipper und Rob Zombies Schwester.
Da müssen wir jetzt natürlich Chicken und Gasoline sammeln. Also das ist auch sehr witzig gemacht.
Chicken und Gasoline. So Rob Zombie, Spook Show. He doesn't like me. I kind of like him. I don't know what else is there to say. Let's move on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Dracula! Our next entry is an artist without whom Rob Zombie would never exist, and that is Alice Cooper, Spook Show International. Wait. That is Alice Cooper's Haunted Hayrack Ride. Alice Cooper's Creepy Castle? What is it called? Alice Cooper's Super Duper... The Alice Cooper Super Duper Castle Haunted Hayrack Ride. Pinball Extravaganza. I don't remember what it's called. The Alice Cooper... Tell me. Alice Cooper's Nightmare Castle. Okay, I like this game a lot because it's got that castle in the middle that reminds me of a Castle Grayskull from Masters of the Universe, and I would love to see that game. I love the world under glass feeling that the Alice Cooper game gives you. I know those shots are tight. I know it's hard to see what's going on a lot of the time, but it's very fun in that way. I love the magnet that pops the ball back in. I love the monsters. It's like a universal monsters game that we never got. You know, we got werewolves, we got Draculas, we got mummies and Frankensteins. The rules are deep. I still don't know what's going on in that game most of the time. I just spend all of my time trying to get it up in the castle. Anyway, I like it a little more every time I play it, when I get a chance to play it. And this game, like another game on this list that I won't spoil, if you were to see this artist live, their stage show reflects a lot of what's going on in the pinball game, from animation to video to theme. He's like 150 years old. He's still incredible live, and he goes up and down those stairs with ease with that cane. And there's a part when a guy comes through a wall, and it's very exciting. Anyway, I'm hungry for love, and it's feeding time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Coming up next is one of the biggest inspirations for Alice Cooper, surprisingly, and maybe every musician who ever lived. This is a band I have not heard of, but they're called the Beatles, and that came out in 2018. And it involves 4 young men who make rock and roll music in black and white. This game is also on the short list for Can We Redo This? Some of the game's shortcomings are tied up in the licensing, right? It only has those songs from the 60s, and that was kind of a weird era from the Beatles when they kind of got screwed on their contracts. There are no shortage of documentaries and books you can read about that.
We didn't think songs could be owned, me and John. We just thought they were in the sky. Whatever songs we did were taken by someone else.
But as such, we only get the songs from that era, Hold Your Hand and Drive My Car, and some of those. I would love to see a Jersey Jack Beatles game that really encompasses their whole career the way that Rock Band did many years ago. I think it's time. Until then, we have a Sea Witch reskin, and if you're gonna reskin a game, this is the best one from that era. I believe Keith Elwin was involved. This game has a lot more flow than you think when you first play it. You can pass from that right side flipper to that left side flipper in interesting ways. The modes are quite simple. You know, hit the targets, hit the spinners, hit the bumpers. It can be frustrating with that spinning magnet in the middle. I think that throws a lot of people off. The inclusion of Ringo.
Hello. Tonight we're going to take a journey into the unknown. A journey of sight, sound, sound.
This is a serious message to everybody watching my update right now. Peace and love, peace and love. Do not send fan mail to any address. If that has a date on the envelope, it's going to be tossed. I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do.
Was Pete Best not available? Pete Best, the original drummer for the Beatles? Throw him a bone. Get him to do some voices. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles! I don't know. Are we still recording? Is it recording?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, next is a game from a band that has many theme integrations on many games, and depending on how old you are, you have a nostalgia for a different version. I personally have to pick John Borg edition of Knights in Satan's Service, Kiss 2015. You feel good! Yet again, this is a game where you kind of have to look away from the Gene Simmons of it all.
Did you admire Ronald Reagan? Did you admire him?
I did.
These games have like Gene Simmons and like Steven Tyler and like some other unsavory characters, you know, Dave Grohl starting to get into that territory, unfortunately. So if you can overlook all that, this is just a fun game to shoot. It's very easy to understand. That right ramp is a bit tight. That star shot is so tight. It's tight as a wedding night. And the shot into Gene Simmons' mouth, the balls get rejected from Gene Simmons' mouth in a way that never happens in real life, but like in the game.
Do you think rock and roll is dead? It is the nail has finally been put into the coffin, yes.
Even though it's kind of that dot matrix animation style, the music is incredible, of course. You get, you know, Love Gun. Who doesn't want to hear Love Gun? Detroit Rock City. I think Strutter's on there, I'm not sure. I've seen Kiss live. It's as incredible as you can imagine. They're flying around. They're drinking blood. They're blowing fire. They are doing the thing that Kiss does.
St. Louis! St. Louis! We want to do a song! Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown! I do cocaine!
This is just a classic from the era, and I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's just kind of that middle-of-the-road game where it shoots fine. It's great. You know, if I have no other option, I would play it. I'm not looking to play it, but I'm not upset either if it's one of the games that's available. It's Kiss. It's how I feel about Kiss, which is it exists. I'm happy for it. And there are better bands.
St. Louis! We will never forget you. We love you. Be safe. Good night!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Now let's talk about another Steve Ritchie game that has really grown on me, but I know a lot of people don't like, and that is Led Zeppelin 2020. This is a game you do find on location a lot. It is one of the games you find on location a lot that is broken.
This time, the ball got stuck right after it stopped.
I love that you can backhand that left ramp. That feels so good. I think this is another Stern game with the weird English call-out voice that's not very good. Time to go on world tour.
Let's start the show.
Time for the world tour.
Communication breakdown. Whole lot of love.
If I step up to a game and I've had a bad day and I just want to play a multi-ball, this is a game I will pick often because it's easy to get to the multi-ball quick. There's a big wide open play field.
Pretty soon they were playing pinball with Bob and getting really loaded.
I love playing multi-balls with music. I play with headphones. I'm one of those guys, and you can really get it going on this game. I love a stackable multi-ball. I think that's one of my favorite things of all time. You know, in a 6-ball multi-ball, I don't mind on a game like Led Zeppelin. On Avengers, I almost never want 6 balls. Like, there's just too much going on, and it's way too much.
You took too much, man. You took too much.
A 6-ball multi-ball really sometimes can get in the way of what you're actually trying to do or accomplish. What else? Still don't know the rules to this game. I've played this game so many times. I've grand champed it. I've got over 1 billion. I can't tell you how I did that. I have no idea how I did it. I don't understand the rules. I don't understand the collection of the records, and I haven't been bothered to learn. This is one of those games where the premium is drastically different than the pro, and one I actually prefer. I love spinners. I love the thing that comes out of the playfield, and you can rip the spinner, and the magnet holds it, and it takes it into the basement. I love that. I know a lot of people don't. I prefer it. One of the few premiums I do prefer. A game I initially really hated and really grew on me, like John Wick, like James Bond. But unlike those games, the code did not affect that. It was just, I just started liking how open it was. Anyway, it's one of the bigger surprises for me. Give it a chance if you haven't. Led Zeppelin, they're called. This next one is kind of an outlier, but I don't know anyone who doesn't have a warm spot in their heart for this artist. This is one of the most influential artists on me ever. It is the first cassette tape I ever owned. It is Weird Al Yankovic, Museum of Natural Hilarity. It is from Multimorphic. It is from 2022, and it is the only Multimorphic game on this list. I gotta give any game big points that includes UHF, the movie, as part of the theme. UHF, that movie changed my entire life.
Spatula City! Spatula City! You just found the marble in the oatmeal. You get to drink from the fire hose! Open wide! Wow! What? Nice son. Supplies!
Hey! These floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore!
Couldn't imagine there would be a game that had the camera from UHF as a toy in the game. I mean, come on. That hamster shot is really hard. Get a lot of rejects from that, but it's really satisfying. People were down bad on Multimorphic on their flippers and all that, but I actually like Multimorphic's flippers. They're interesting. It's a different feel. They're maybe not as snappy. You know, we have games that blend horror and music, but comedy and music, you know, not too many chances for that. You know, I mentioned this is Spinal Tap, which I'm not positive exists. There's another game coming up on the list that blends comedy and music. And I love the chance to play this on location if you can ever find it. But this is one of the outliers, and I love Weird Al. Next, another Steve Ritchie game, and another game where the premium is far better than the pro, and the LE is even better. And that is AC/DC from 2012. Fire! Fire! This is a game I really hated at first because the pro has all that plastic ramps and plastic targets that just really feels clunky. When you get a reject from a plastic ramp, it just feels worse somehow than a metal ramp, and I don't know why. The bell shot up the middle, really frustrating for a lot of people because it's almost a drain every time. Hard to see what's going on the right out lane with that little gun moving around. But hey, if you love a whole lot of Rosie animation with her jiggling and all that stuff, if you love the funny little cartoon animations, you're gonna love this game. Simple game. Again, a game where you can stack a lot of multi-balls, which I really enjoy. Really kind of a low scoring game. Until you get into it a little deeper, you can really start to blow it up. For me, this is one of those games where I'm really trying to build up my multi-balls, and then it's like, I hope my ball 3 I hope I can really deliver, because I'm setting a lot of the game up on my first 2 balls and then hoping for a good ball 3. Fire! This is a hard game. Ooh! How does he make those noises? Hell's bells! The song roster is one of the strongest ones on this entire list. AC/DC has banger after banger after banger. There was an AC/DC rock band years ago, and I thought, how is this going to sustain a whole rock band game? But once you get into their catalog, you realize, like, wow, these songs are, they have a ton of hits. They just all kind of sound the same, so you forget. You really shook me, yeah, you! Okay. Next is a game that I remember the hype around this game. Do you remember the hype around this game? The Canada of it all? The exhaustion of it all when it finally came out? It was Guns N' Roses. Jersey Jack. This is a game that almost has too much shit in it. The badges, the world under glass is great, but it feels packed.
For one, okay, there hasn't been a cool pinball machine in the last 11 years.
And it feels, as a result, kind of claustrophobic and kind of cramped, almost like the Guns N' Roses Riverport riot in St. Louis.
In just 15 minutes, the scene at Riverport turned from a concert to a riot.
Axel got in a fight with some guy.
16 arrests and reportedly over $1 million worth of damage to the brand new amphitheater. It's only the second concert ever to be held there. When they failed to respond, Rose announced that he would get the guy himself and then jumped into the crowd and allegedly pummeled the fan. Venue security jumped in to pull Rose off the fan, then Guns N' Roses security jumped in to pull them off Rose. Axel eventually made it back to the stage, announced, "Thanks to your lame-ass security, I'm going home," and left the stage.
This game, until probably Bon Jovi, from what I've seen on these featurettes, is probably the most advanced music game, audio-wise, that had been created up to this point. If you've played a really packed, stacked, tricked out Guns N' Roses with the full lighting package and the full sound package, as I have at a buddy's house, it is incredible. Unfortunately, it was pre-Elton John, so those flippers are just kind of soft. They're not snappy. God bless Steve Ritchie for coming in and fixing that situation, because that is the one thing holding this game back, in my opinion. That, and it is so complicated, but it almost doesn't matter the rules once you get into it, because the songs are so good. This is another game that has a Data East version from the 90s, which I actually prefer design-wise. I like the art package way better on that old school 90s game, because it also looks of the era for the band. Unfortunately, it doesn't shoot that well. I've got to go with the Jersey Jack edition. And I don't think I've played that 90s game enough to really have an opinion on it. It's usually broken, or that ramp is hard to hit.
Well, thanks to the lame-ass
horrible and poorly researched YouTube pinball review show,
I'm going home.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Next on the list is Jack Danger's first game and arguably best game. This is Foo Fighters from 2023. A game that really hits the sweet spot and really rounds the bases on everything. The art and animation are incredibly unique and special for this game and for what the vibe that this band brings. The cartoon Scooby-Doo animation is great. I always liked it. Remember when this game came out and Scooby-Doo came out at the same time, and both Scooby-Doo and Foo Fighters had this similar animation style? So like, Foo Fighters kind of ate Scooby-Doo's lunch.
Oh, the poor guy!
Because it did the same kind of funny animation, but in a way that was like more meta and interesting.
I want you to giggle the first time you play it, because I definitely did.
I like this game because Jack Danger takes chances on his layouts and tries to bring something new that you've never seen before, and this does that many times. It has the overdrive kickback that's really unique. I do like that upper playfield on the premium, but again, I'll take the pro over it. If you like flow, you're gonna love the pro. That's my motto. Is it my motto? I'm just making shit up now. I love any game with aliens. And you know, despite what you think of Foo Fighters, they have a massive roster of good songs at this point. I think The Color and the Shape does a lot of the heavy lifting on that. They have some late career songs that are maybe not as great. But when compared to the late career songs of Bon Jovi, these are way better. Way better. This game has one of the best endings I've ever seen. If you get all the way through the game, it has one of the best boss battles I've ever seen. When it rewinds the tape after you beat the game, really satisfying. I love the Combotron multi-ball. I love the Area 51 multi-ball. I love the Overlord multi-ball. I love that you can stack those. Bring it on. More multi-balls. 2-ball multi-balls. 3-ball multi-balls. Let's fucking go.
Hey, wanna play pinball?
The rule package is incredible. I love this game. Not sure what else to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters.
This is another game that when it came out, people said, what? Why? But I love it. I love it. It's Elton John 2023. Oh my God. Boy, does it flip. It's quick. It's Steve Ritchie. He got them to rebuild those flippers so that it really does shoot like a Stern now, but also a little bit different.
Me and Bill invested in some pinball machines.
Wow, crazy.
I love that there's a wardrobe mode. I love that wardrobe is part of the goals. You can collect his little glasses, collect his little pants, collect his little socks, whatever you need to collect. Just make a little closet for Elton John.
I want you to break out of that closet.
More gay pinball. I'm just gonna say it. More gay pinball.
Gorgar is the first and only pinball game.
Gorgar speaks. Oh man, that side shot into the piano is one of the most satisfying shots in pinball. My God, that feels good. And I've got to rank those side shots. Elton John, incredible catalog of music. It is fun to play a multi-ball to Rocket Man. It feels epic. Oh, it feels epic when you get that countdown. The huge Jersey Jack screen, the animations are incredible. The low end on that game with that piano feels really good. The audio package, the lighting, really good. Crocodile Rock, not one of my favorite songs. Philadelphia Freedom, not that good. I'm still standing. Should have been a Candle in the Wind multi-ball. Goodbye multi-ball, though you were a drain away from my high score. Okay. Goodbye, extra ball. I know my partner can hear me down here upstairs screaming, and I know she's concerned. Okay, only 3 games left, and only 2 of those are John Board games. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. It is Metallica Reloaded, Remastered, whatever you want to call it. This is a game that, when they announced it, I thought, do we need a redo of Metallica? It turns out, yes. This could be the template for a lot of games that I'd like to see remade.
Obey your pinball master.
Wow, crazy.
The aforementioned Beatles with their full catalog. I'd like to see a new Sopranos with all of the seasons.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Huh? He was at the safe house. We brought him over.
Get him the fuck out. These are snakes with fur.
I caught it. This is Polly Walnuts. Say hi, Polly Walnuts. There you go, buddy. Fucking up my set. Fucking up my whole show. What are you doing? The original Metallica had that weird art package that just kind of felt, again, like Rat Fink. I never loved the art in the original Metallica, and of course, you know, the dot matrix sort of animations. Can't say enough good things about this, you know. And again, this is a game that has Lars in it, so I totally forget about Lars when I'm playing this game, which is one of the best things about it. I used to hate this game until I realized what this game is. I play a lot of controlled pinball. This is not a controlled game. You need to hit toys. This is a game that involves hitting toys, the electric chair, hitting the snake, hitting the hammer, hitting the grave marker. Once you get over your fear of that, because those are not safe shots. When you play a game that involves hitting toys, it's not safe. And Metallica as a band is aggressive and brash and brutish.
I felt like it was an agreement. We're gonna work from 12 to 4, and then we would not work.
This game is like Metallica as a band. It is about brute force. You need to hit these toys. You can't play it safe and try to save every shot and trap up every time. You really have to go hard on this game. And as a result, it's a goddamn blast. I like a lot of the new songs on this game. I like Hardwired quite a bit. This is a song I listen to regularly on my pinball playlist outside of playing this game. Again, I love a constipated singer. For whom the bell tolls. Should we keep going? We're down to the big two, and this is a game that when it was announced, I was like, I don't know. And now it's grown on me in such a way that it's actually improved my love for the band. I never even liked this band a whole lot before this game came out, and now I'm obsessed with Rush 2022. What about the voice of Geddy Lee? How did it get so high?
I wonder if he speaks like an ordinary guy.
I know him, and he does.
And you're my fact-checking cub.
The only knock against Rush, I've got to say, is that art package. I think that cartoony style is almost there, but not quite. I love Ray Day's code in this game, where at first I was a little confused what was going on, and I still refuse to learn which combo songs go with which albums. Look, man, there's just a level of stuff I'm not going to remember. I know that certain songs go with certain combos, and I cannot be bothered. That's a bridge too far for me to remember what song from what Rush thing goes on what Rush album. Love what we call the washing machine shot. My friend Scott always says, do the laundry, and then hits it right up the middle into that washing machine or time machine. That side ramp shot, again, one of the all-time side flipper shots for me. This is a game that you can settle into on the premium and play for a very long time. It is like butter. And I love a long playing game, except when I'm in a tournament, except when I'm in league. This is a game I would own in a heartbeat. It's got some of the best wizard modes I've ever seen. I love that you can unlock new songs with Stern Insider. I'm surprised they haven't done a little more of this, but I love to step up to the game and scan in and see that I have extra songs that I've unlocked, and everyone goes, holy shit, how did he get those? The wizard mode has that part where the flippers change, like in Ghostbusters, when the flippers change left and right, really messes with your brain. Love the call outs on Rush.
There's no rest for the voiceover artist. 500,000, 600,000.
I particularly love it when a pinball machine taunts you, and a lot of good players do. So it's a big part of the game.
You missed, hoser. Hey, Geddy, you owe me a quarter. With interest, that's almost 2 quarters.
He never calls me Geddy. Shithead sometimes.
Hey, Alex, the time machine is ready.
It's fun. Those guys are just fun guys. If you've never seen the Rush documentary, you'll really enjoy it. And there's just something really charming about them that makes you want to like them more, makes you want to like their music more. Rush is kind of an acquired taste for a lot of people. Oh, where my chin, woo, I still get. I actually love The Big Money. Power Windows is an album I totally wrote off until I played this game, and the synthesizer stuff was so cheesy at the time, and now it's like really fun, actually. Big money, gonna. Really satisfying game. And that brings us all the way to number 1, I think. We really ripped through these. I hope this wasn't too irritating. We're gonna find out. Like and subscribe. If you want to like and subscribe, you can. This is my first video, and it may be my last. I have no idea, but you know, here we are. I'm just doing this for fun because I want to make stuff. Drum roll, drum roll. Oh, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Iron fucking Maiden, man. Keith Elwin. The best music pin of all time is Iron Maiden by Keith Elwin. First of all, it's designed by the GOAT. I never get tired of playing this game. The songs never get old. The layout never gets old. It's so fun to progress through those modes. It's so fun to get that mummy multi-ball, and you can kind of stack those multi-balls. The shots are challenging. The shots are fulfilling. The theme integration is amazing. The theme integration is so good that if you do see Iron Maiden on tour, or if you saw them on tour during this time, what was going on stage also reflected what was going on under the glass on the Iron Maiden game, all right? Truly a world, not just a world under glass, but a actual concert stage show under glass. And I don't think you can ask for much more than that. All I can say about this game is Eddie lives. Eddie lives!
The man. Eddie and the Cruisers 2. Eddie lives.
Also, if you see Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson has fucking flamethrowers that he uses flamethrowers on stage. Is anyone surprised? I think this is it. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. I have no idea. You know, I'm just kind of winging it down here. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, until next time, remember, it only takes one ball, and I'll see you later. Dear Gary Stern, why do people set drinks on pinball machines? Do they think this is a $10,000 coaster for their horrible beer? Do they have no joy in their hearts? How many years in prison do you think they should spend? I hope this letter finds you well.